I'm leaving Bourke on my way to Wilcannia. I'm going to drive a road less travelled, the Darling River Run, by cutting through old Toorale Station again. But my thoughts are still with Lawson and the hard lives of the other fellas. With all those hundreds of thousands of sheep, who was making the money? How was the other half living? The answer had been right under my nose yesterday and now a ghost in front of me today. The Toorale homestead. She's a grand old dame of a homestead. What do you know of the history?
This was built as a wedding present from the station owner at the time, a fellow called Samuel McCackey, for his niece Louisa and her husband Matthew Robinson, who was the station manager at the time.
They were clearly in the money.
Well, they were. Well, it goes to show the success of the pastoral enterprise at the time. You know, it's the golden era of the Australian wool industry back then.
Yeah. What was it like in there back then?
She's fairly dilapidated, so we can't go inside. But to give you an idea, 24 rooms. Every evening they'll come dressed to the nines, silver service, the works. Incredible.
Out here?
Out here.
At first glance, the homestead is a somewhat dilapidated and eerie place to explore, but it's all in the way you look at it. Because where Italy has its ruins of Pompeii and Greece its Acropolis, while these crumbling walls are ever so humble, Toorale's ruins evoke the pastoral glories of our colonial past and clearly demonstrate the social differences between the homestead's landed gentry and Henry Lawson's sheep shearing mates. While Toorale National Park is chock full of our colonial history, its camping and picnic areas are some of the Darling River's best. This is the Darling River Road that runs between Bourke and Wilcannia and beyond, and it's exactly the kind of terrain that Lawson would have encountered. He wrote home to his mum to describe those conditions, and he said, and I quote, "You can have no idea of the country out here. Men tramp and beg and live like dogs." He went on to say, "There is nothing to see, however, and not a soul to meet." I'm beginning to get his feeling. The Darling River Run actually starts in Walgett in the north and ends 750 kilometres south at Wentworth on the Victorian border. Following the Darling, it passes through the old riverport towns of Bourke, Louth, Tilpa and Wilcannia, my destination tonight, and still 4 hours away. Just be aware, don't drive it in the wet and stay alert in the dry. I arrived finally late last night after 4 hours on that Darling River Road. The lights of Wilcannia appeared and this, Campervanner's Oasis. Caravan parks like Warrawong are a civilised godsend out on the road, a chance to relax, take stock and recharge for your next leg of the journey. And remember, our website, AustralianGeographicAdventures.com.au, has all the latest caravanning and four-wheel driving information ready and waiting for you to discover. Next, the red dirt magic of New South Wales corner country.